In 1971, a group of ordinary college students volunteered for what sounded like a harmless psychology experiment. They were to live inside a simulated prison for 2 weeks, with some assigned as guards and others as prisoners. The scientists anticipated boredom and mild tension, but within days, dramatic changes emerged among the participants. They began morphing in ways that were unexpected, with conditions escalating far beyond what anyone had predicted. Yelling erupted, guards watched silently, and prisoners stared blankly. Disturbingly, some participants expressed that they no longer wanted to leave. Thus began the infamous experiment where nobody wished to escape. In the late 1960s and early 70s, psychologists grappled with a haunting question: why do ordinary people sometimes commit cruel acts? Even years after World War II, images of prison camps and authoritarian regimes lingered in their minds, prompting a search for answers. Were certain individuals inherently evil, or could surroundings gradually warp normal people into something far darker? This inquiry led psychologist Philip Zimbardo to create one of psychology's most controversial studies. Zimbardo transformed the basement of Stanford University into a mock prison, installing steel bars and surveillance cameras throughout the facility. Tiny cells made of concrete formed a stark environment, where 24 healthy college students were randomly assigned roles of guards or prisoners through a coin flip. This unique setting didn't just begin in the prison, it commenced in their own homes. Without notice, real police officers arrived at the students' residences to arrest them publicly, handcuffing, searching, and fingerprinting them. Their identities were stripped away as they were transported to the mock prison, where their names were replaced with numbers and chains shackled their ankles. The guards, donning mirrored sunglasses, stripped away individuality, and with it, the line between roleplay and reality began to blur. The initial day felt awkward, almost theatrical, but everything changed on day 2. The prisoners rebelled, blocking their cell doors and refusing orders while mocking guards. The guards, caught off guard, began to react with aggression. Something profound shifted. They ceased acting like students and embraced their roles as authority figures. Punishments escalated, sleep was interrupted, and prisoners faced humiliating tasks, including being forced to clean toilets with their bare hands and endure harsh deprivation. What alarmed the researchers wasn't just the extent of cruelty but the speed at which participants adapted to their roles. Guards concocted punishments without prompts, while prisoners became increasingly passive, with some emotionally numbing themselves and others breaking down entirely. One prisoner was left in severe emotional distress after just 36 hours, while another screamed uncontrollably, and several lost track of time. Meanwhile, the observers also became enveloped in the unfolding drama, as the prison environment morphed from a mere simulation into something ominously real. Originally intended to last 2 weeks, the experiment abruptly concluded after just 6 days due to the unforeseen psychological conditions that arose. Even though they were informed they could leave, many remained psychologically tethered to the prison's structure, routines, and authority hierarchy. They struggled to detach from the oppressive system, illustrating the unsettling reality that humans adapt alarmingly quickly. They often accept toxic environments as normal. As time passed, the experiment emerged as one of history's most notable psychological investigations. Yet, as decades unfolded, critics began to scrutinize the validity of the events inside the basement. Some researchers posited that guards might have been coached, while others suggested that participants were merely enacting roles instead of experiencing genuine transformations. A heated debate emerged among modern psychologists over whether the experiment exposed human nature itself or merely highlighted the significant influence of expectations and environments. Undoubtedly, the experiment exhibited flaws, with questions surrounding participant exaggerations and potential researcher influences. However, one chilling truth remains inescapable. In less than a week, everyday individuals adapted emotionally to a system designed to dominate them. Perhaps the most disquieting revelation is this: the human mind is alarmingly quick to accept environments that were never intended to feel normal.